Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report with the head coach of Hofstra Field Hockey, Coach Courtney Veinotte. Courtney, how are you doing today?
Good, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing well. Normally, I would say it's been a while since we've done these, but you know, the last time we did one of these was back in April.
Yeah, season to season.
Yeah, season
Spring
to
to
season.
fall.
Has it been? What's it been like? Going from not having a regular season in 2020 to having your season played in the winter, where field hockey, it's not a winter sport, nor is it a spring sport, to finally going back to the traditional fall season of competition. Like, is this the most field hockey you've coached collegiately in like a single calendar year?
Yes, probably. It was good. It's funny now that we are absolutely back into the preseason grind, and not that there aren't any restrictions, but it feels more normal. The temperature of preseason for sure. Having a kind of the full team back, and getting after it and having a full schedule, and it feels more traditional, and it almost in a way makes last spring feel like an off season. So it's funny how it's kind of balanced it out a little bit. But we're very excited to be rocking and rolling, and can't believe that opening weekend is upon us.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. At this point, you all were just doing your typical off-season practices with no real idea if there was going to be a fall season or even a season in general, and then you go to having your season going from January until April, which the beginning of the season was totally fun. All those openers.
Yes. Just the fact that we're not in like thermal gear, and the turf is watered is an absolute perk. So there's so many aspects that make it feel more normal, and I guess like a refreshing start to the year, and there is an exciting buzz of energy that we have right now that's been really fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's good that energy's there, and that's important for the team. Speaking about the team, five departures from last year's roster. I think 18 returners from last year and nine newcomers, eight freshmen and a transfer. How has preseason training been? Because the times that I've been out there, there's a good energy, good atmosphere with the program. But from your point of view, how have things been going this preseason?
One thing I think that last year has kind of, installed in us is the appreciation and the opportunity to still be able to play, and what we do every day. And so the buzz at practice has been fantastic, and I'm really impressed with the holistic, grind and work that everyone is putting in, and kind of the excitement that we have. I think that it's still been like an interesting preseason. I mean, we had our hurricane rip through the other day. Yeah, hurricane. But with that being said, I think the team feels that they're getting better every day, and the coaching staff is very excited. And we've had two scrimmages so far, and we've seen a tremendous amount of growth just in between the two scrimmages, and so we're excited. And I think I can speak for the whole program and the team when I say, Friday, we're ready to go for Friday, and we're really excited to kind of, you know, get under this fall 21 season, and see what we can do together.
Yeah, absolutely. Just from being out at practices and then watching yesterday's final preseason scrimmages against Columbia. This is a very talented, very very talented team. I feel across the board. He's bringing back a lot of veteran leadership. Frankie O'Brien, a fifth-year senior, Cammy Larson, Junior Slort, second team All Conference last year. Sydney Laguillo, she's going to be on your leadership council. And then you also bring in a lot of I guess a lot of youth is the word. A number of sophomores that played a lot of games last year. Cami Valor, Gabby Espinoza, Carissa Huff in the backfield, and then you got these nine incoming players. How has that dynamic of experience and youth meshed this year?
Well, first off, I think the credit is 100% in our returners and the veterans, and the welcoming environment that they've created within this program is incredible. And they've just taken this big young group into the program and kind of showed them the ropes. And then there's an element that these first years are excited to be here and bring a great vibe of energy. And I think that they are great people. I think they fit in really well. But the credit absolutely goes to our leadership and kind of the experience, and that's on field and off field. I mean, some of our leadership on turf right now and kind of the communication and making sure that we're all on the same page, whether it's a practice or scrimmages, it is a next level than what we've seen in the past couple years. And just I think people are feeling confident and comfortable and really believing in our team and program right now.
Well, that's great. It's great that a lot like last year when we talked about this, that veteran leadership being there to set the standard of a culture, whether
Yeah.
it's, like you said, on the field or off the field. It's fantastic to see. And then you mentioned, you brought up your schedule rather. It's a pretty challenging schedule top of the board. Just looking at last year's final RPI poll, 9 teams from your schedule are in the top 50 from last year's RPI. And then you start this year at Lafayette on Friday, and then on Sunday home against Wagner. Could you break down really quick the Leopards and the Seahawks for this week?
Yeah, well, first of all, Nick, I like that you say hours because it means you're really invested here into the Hofstra Field Hockey program. Yeah, opening weekend is always exciting, but it's also a little bit going in blind, right? Because just as we have 9 new players, so do other programs, and trying to prepare a scout that your players feel confident with, but also being as wholesome and looking at ourselves and controlling the controllables within our own program and just trying to really focus on our style this opening weekend and trying to play the best version of our hockey, and being able to problem solve on the fly as we go. I think Lafayette is always very, very strong. They do a great job out of the Patriot League, and we'll have to travel and get there and show up and put together a game. It's going to be a tough game to get by, but hoping and excited about that opportunity, and then very excited to open the second game of the weekend at home. I think there's a buzz that happens with that just in and itself of your first home opener, and it's move-in weekend. So the campus is going to be hopping. So I think, it can be a great weekend for us, and we're looking to start it very strongly and really focus on Hofstra field hockey and gaining confidence each day.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year was last year, and Lafayette went 1-5, and Wagner 3-3 in their respective schedules. But a lot can change from one season to the next.
Yeah, I think certainly even just that year, although we were so thankful to be able to play, it felt as though there was always adapting needed to be done, and it feels good this fall to kind of just be a little bit normal.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot that can be said, about skill and talent and coaching and all that, but normalcy and being in a familiar environment, that can do a lot for a team.
Mm.
So it'll be this Friday, August 27th at Lafayette at 4 p.m. on ESPN Plus, followed by the Pride's home opener this Sunday, August 29th at 3 p.m. on Flow Live. Follow everything you can on Hofstra Field Hockey at gohofstra.com. For head coach Courtney Veinotte, I am Nick Capitos, and I'd like to thank you for stopping by at the first WB Mason Coaches Report of the 2021 fall season.
Yes, thank you.